All right, and here we have our unit. I'm going to show you guys everything that comes in your box standard and how to work the unit and everything else. So here's your receiver or your collar. This is your controller. Comes with your charger. Charger comes with a Y split, so you could charge both at the same time. Comes with a lanyard. The lanyard is nice because you can clip it onto your controller here. Throw this around your neck, or not, whatever you prefer. Comes with these two little baggies here. This is an extra set of prongs. It comes with taller prongs. I like to switch to the taller prongs because I myself have German Shepherds. They have thicker coat. So I've already changed those, but I'll show you how to do that. It comes with this little tool here. This little tool is how you're going to change those prongs. And it comes with this little light bulb. Little light bulb is pretty simple. So those little holes there at the ends, you put them in there, and then you can press the shock button and this little light bulb will light up. So you don't actually have to shock yourself to test and see if it's working. So to change your prongs, I like to do it by hand, but I use my little tool to loosen up the prongs. You'll hear the little like give right there, and I just take it out, do it in the next one. Okay, and then I just unscrew it by hand, put my tall prongs on, which I've already done, tighten it all up by hand, and then I just tightening up a little bit. I'm done with that tool. I'll put everything away, and I'm going to show you all the different buttons on your unit and what they're good for. So first things first, I'm going to need you to do is find this little red button on your receiver. It's going to be next to that light bulb. There's only one, so you can't mess it up. There's no other red buttons anywhere in the receiver. So that little red dot right there, and then you're going to spot the same little red dot on the controller. Not that big red button, but that little red dot. And this is going to help you turn on your collar here. How you turn on that collar is you're going to kiss those two little red dots. When this light bulb turns green, I want you to separate the controller from the collar. Okay? Separate, and that's it. We know that's how you turn on the collar. Pretty simple, pretty easy. To turn it off, we do the same thing. Kiss those two little red dots. Red light comes on. That means the controller is off. We're going to leave it on for the sake of the video. And as it sits there, you're going to see that little blinking green light. That tells us that the collar is on. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to turn on the controller. And I need you to pay attention to what I tell you, because there's a difference between press and hold and tap. Okay, so if I ask you to tap a certain button, I want you to just tap it, right? If I ask you to press and hold, you're going to press and hold until I tell you. All right. Reason I do that is because you see this big L button here. It says on off light. Okay. This button has two different features. Okay. So one is if you tap, the other one's if you press and hold. So just be mindful of that. I'm going to tell you all the buttons, and I'm going to show you how to work each button. Okay. First thing I need you to do is put your finger over the L button. All right. Don't press it. Just put your finger over it and look at your screen. When you're looking at your screen, you're going to press and hold that big L button in the back. Press and hold until you see on. Boom, we're on. To shut it off, same thing. Place your finger over it, look at your screen. You're going to press and hold until you see off. Off. Good. We're going to turn it on. Press and hold. On. We're good. So now both our units are on. You see the little green blinking lights right there. The reason why press and hold versus tap is important is because that same exact button, if instead of press and hold, if I just tap it, you're going to see that little blinking light there. It's a flashlight. If you have a dark colored dog, and they're running around in your yard at night and it's hard to spot, you can use that little blinking flashlight to spot your dog. If I tap that L button again, it's going to give me a steady flashlight instead of blinking. If I tap it again, it's going to shut it off. So, big L button, press and hold, is on off. Tap it, it's the flashlight button. Then we have our MC button back here. MC button is momentary and continuous. I'll show you what that's for in a little bit. First things first, I want to show you is this little lever button here. This is how you change your levels. Okay, this is your lever. If you twist one way, it goes up. You see those numbers going up, or it goes down. Okay, you have your black S, then you have your red S, then you have your T button. I'll show you what each one of those buttons stands for. I like to work this collar on just the C, but when it comes standard, it'll give you MC on the screen right there. So if you press and hold that MC button, you'll see that it's switched over to MC. I don't ever like to see the M. To me, I prefer to work on just continuous. So I'm going to press and hold. I'm going to press and hold again until I see only the continuous button. There it is. That's how I like to work this collar. Different trainers use different things. Just my preference. The reason why I like that is because it gives me that red button. It turns it into an emergency button. So for example, we have it on 10. That black S is going to give me continuous. Remember, we're working on continuous. 10. You'll see this light. This light and this light are going to light up as long as I press and hold. This has a safety feature. So even if that button were to get stuck after about 12 seconds, it shuts off by itself. It's a little safety feature. You see, even though I'm still holding, both units shut off. Okay. The way you reset is by just letting go and getting back on the button. Okay. What I like about this continuous setting is that it gives me an emergency button. So right there, we're at 10, but if I press this red button, it adds 5. Okay. And it doesn't matter what number you have it on. Black is whatever number that says. Red is whatever number that says plus 5. Okay. Then you have your vibrate button. Vibrate button is nothing more like your cell phone. You guys, I don't know if you guys could hear that. That's your vibrate button. Okay. Other feature you have here is that same little lever where you can change your levels. If you press and hold it down, it's going to lock whatever number you have there in place. So right there we have it. You see the 1D is blinking. That means that it's unlocked and you can change whatever level you want to set it to. But if I press and hold this button down, it's going to lock it into place. The reason I know that it's locked in is because everything stopped blinking. You see that? So the 1D is no longer blinking. So I could turn this all I want. It's not going to change the levels. So if you put the collar or the controller in your pocket, you don't have to be afraid that you turned it up or turned it down. To unlock it, we do the same thing. Press and hold this little button here. Okay, now the 1D is blinking. That means it's unlocked and we can go back to it. To charge your unit, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your charger, you're gonna flip your controller back, and in between the two prongs here, you're gonna see this little lip. You're gonna lift that, and they both fit, so it doesn't matter. It's not like one of the plugs is for the controller and the other one's for the receiver. So they both fit. Once you plug this in, both lights will turn red. That means they're charging. Once they're fully charged, they will turn green. Don't overcharge your unit. Kind of like your cell phone. If you overcharge it, the battery's going to start dying quicker and quicker. I find that one charge from completely empty to completely full takes me about 40 minutes, and they usually last me 2 to 3 days, obviously depending on how much you are using your unit. But Hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe and share this with your friends. And any questions you may have, post on the comments below. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.